أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته, brothers. Alhamdulillah, we start by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we send our salam and salawat on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has given us some opportunity to put our time and effort to learn the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He take it as a good deed and put it in the scale in the day of judgment in the side of the good deed, inshallah ta'ala. So we'll do a quick exercise today that we have done last week. So we'll go through the topic of the last week first, and we'll do some exercise today. So hopefully today's session won't be that big. There's only two more things to add, which is very short, quick things on the same topic that we have done last week. Tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, we'll learn some more new topics, inshallah ta'ala. So let's begin. We're going to do our review of this chart, the pronoun chart. I hope everybody have memorized this very well now, and you know what is the meaning of this, what is the Rafa version and the Jar version and the Nasr version. Next thing we learn about this past tense. We need this one today also, as we always need them when we study the fi'l. So huwa nasara, huma nasara, hum nasaru, and hiya nasarat, huma nasarata, hunna nasarna, anta nasarta, all this like this, okay? Ana nasartu, nahnu nasarna, all these things are very, very important, and they're all past tense. They're all past tense, okay? Today we'll have an exercise where we have to recognize which is a present tense, which is a past tense. So look at this one, so we can do the exercise properly. This exercise is from the book that Brother Shiraz has given to us, the same book from the Ustad Numan Ali Khan. So you can go at home if you have many mistakes, but I want to do everybody together, so we can understand the exercise. Next thing, the normal light. So this is the chart of the present tense chart for the fi'l, which is huwa yansuru, and then the yansuru become yansura, and it become yansur. It's a light and lightest version. And this is the difficult chart to remember because there's three versions in it. Like huma, yansurani, and then yansura and yansura. So that doesn't change, like light and lightest is the same. Hiya tansuru, and then is tansura, and then tansur. She helps, okay? And these are all present tense. Like this one also, ana ansuru, ana ansura, ana ansur, nahnu nansuru, nahnu nansura, and nansur. So light and lightest version. So those are the one. I think the dual and the plural one, it doesn't change. So they're nice ones. So the light and light version is the same. Okay. So this is the chart we have done, and this also today we need that to recognize what is past and present tense. Our intention is to recognize when we listen to the Quran, we recognize when we read the Quran, we know, okay, this is what Allah talking about, is a present tense thing, is a past tense thing, and also the meaning of it. So we'll increase our vocabulary as we're going through the exercise. You will have a lot of new words today, inshallah ta'ala. Then we talked about the light and the lightest verb, an, lan, likai, hatta, in, lam, lamma, wal, falli. So that makes things lightest and light. And then we talked about this topic of commanding and forbidding. Commanding and forbidding is the easiest one. Just put a la and make the fi'l lightest. Make the fi'l lightest. And for commanding, it is the same, but there's an extra few steps that you have to delete the first letter. Okay, delete the first letter, and you bring an alif with the first letter. If the first letter has a sukun, if you cannot say the word, if you start with sukun, then you bring an alif, and that alif can have a u sound or a e sound depending on the second last letter. If the second last letter has a u, then alif will have u. Other than that, it will have e. Okay. So this is what we do, like tadribuna, tadribu. Then in udribu we cannot pronounce that, so we bring an alif and we put a kasra here, idribu, because the second last letter ra has a kasra, so this also has a kasra. Okay. This is what we did, commanding and forbidding. This is what we did last week, last Saturday before the Eid, where we said that the ways to say things in passive way. So they gave charity, the charity was given. Okay, and we will see some benefits of this. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used passive tense? He could say the active way. Okay, so there are some benefits and some Quranic benefit to do that. We ate mangoes, mangoes were eaten, he helps, he is being helped. So it could be past and the present tense. Okay, so the doer is hidden and the action was done to someone or something. And this done to thing has a title is called naibul file. Naibul file, okay, so remember the term, naibul file means done to, something is a passive, okay. Also there is passive and passive past tense and passive present tense. We talked about that one, and they both have two different rules. We talked about the rules. The rules are like this: the second to the last letter will take a kasra, so the original fail will take a kasra. This is for the past. Remember, this is for the past. Every other haraka before this is changed into a dhamma, okay, and the last haraka will remain the same. Okay, if there is a sukun anywhere in the word, on the word, it does not change. Okay, that was the rule for the past passive. Okay, and also remember the past passive takes a kasra at the beginning. Okay, both passive. So this is a quick way to understand. Both passive will take a kasra at the beginning. So if you see a fail starting with a kasra, like oo or like a oo sound. Okay, sorry, that's what I'm sorry, mistake. Dhamma, yeah, it's dhamma. Then it is passive. It is passive, okay? So it could be a past passive, it could be a present passive. But if you start with a dhamma, most probably it is the case that it will be a passive, okay? Because if you look at the charts before that we did, those have no dhamma at the beginning, none of this. It's all tansuru, all of this. There's always a fatha, okay? Yansuru, even the past tense also. See, the past tense also all, nasarata, nasartuma, all these things has a na, all fatha. No u sound. So whenever you say u sound, most probably 99% time it is a passive. Sometimes it cannot be. There's some extreme words because the fail starts with the u. The fail has the u originally, okay? So that is exceptional, okay? But most of the time you will see the u. Okay, so let's go back to our slides. And then we have done the past passive rule, and we have some example, like nasara, it was nasara, it became nusira. Okay, so the last one remained the same. This became a dhamma, and this became a kasra. Okay, nusira, he was helped. Also, we talked about the past passive. We have some other example, like istaghfara, it became istaghfira, and then ustughfira, because ustughfira means they have been asked forgiveness. Okay, same thing. Qatalu, qatalu means that they killed. Okay, qatilu and then qutilu. Qutilu means they were killed. They were killed. And this is again the same chart, but in the passive form. Okay, and you have to look at this one. See, all of them has dhamma at the beginning. Dhamma at the beginning. Okay. Same thing for present passive. Just a little change. The first letter again gets the dhamma. Every other letter haraka will have a fatha. Before it was kasra, this is fatha. So that was u and e sound, and this is most dominantly u and a sound, except for the last letter. Last letter will still remain the same, and sukun doesn't change. And we tell yansuru means he helps. Present tense, it will be unsaru. It will be unsaru. Okay. And again, if whenever you see the dhamma with a fail, that means that it must be a passive. Then you have to think, okay, is it a present passive or past passive? Okay, inshallah ta'ala we'll do some of this today, inshallah ta'ala, some exercise. And that is the chart for the present passive chart. Now, just like inside and outside doer that we did for the fail, if you remember, anybody remember? Inside and outside doer. Okay, so same thing. What was the rule for the inside and outside doer for fail? Like if I say Allah helped. So he helped. If I say Allah helped, what would be the Nasara Allah. So what are the rules?
Only the huwa and hiya version.
Yes, of the fail. Yes.
Fail, and after that there should be rafa.
The doer, the actual doer, will be the outside doer has to be rafa. So the word Allah should be Allahu. Okay, Nasara Allahu. Okay, but if I say Nasarana, if I attach pronoun, you remember the attached pronoun means he helped us. He helped us. It is an attached pronoun. Okay. Okay. So, so just like that, even passive also can have outside and inside doer, and the same rule. Okay. He or she version of the fail. So he or she version of the passive form It could be past or present, okay? And the file must be rafa. Sorry, I spelled ib. So it must be rafa. Okay, the file must be rafa. So the same rule applies here, but the fail is the passive fail. So look at some examples like duriba. See, it starts with duriba. So what was the original fail? Daraba. Okay, is it a present or past?
Past.
It's past. Okay, why past? Why not present? How do you know it's present? I mean past, not present.
The second last letter?
No, it doesn't have ya.
Oh,
Yeah.
Remember yansuru, y or t, nothing there. So it's okay. Now here the duriba is the he version, okay? And masalun masalun means example. So duriba masalun is an example has been struck or example was given. Duriba means to hit or to strike, to give it, Okay. So an example. So masalun is rafa. Okay. So that's why it became the outside nabail fail. So a example has been given. Okay. Brother Shir, this is our new lesson today. Before that, everything was like a review. So what we are saying here, inside and outside doer, like we did before when you did past tense, okay, or present tense, okay, that that it can be only have he or she version of the fail, okay. For passive, active and passive, like we're doing the passive now. For passive, the same rule. It has to be he or she, okay, and the file has to be rafa format. So this one, so duriba masalun means actually he was hit or he was given or he was struck. But instead of the word he is the inside doer. We take the he out and we put masalun. Masalun means example. Okay? A masalun. Okay? Next example. Unzilat. What does unzilat mean?
It was sent.
Same.
No, I was sent.
No. It could be only he or she version.
Okay.
So it's nasarat. It's the nasarat version.
No, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
So nasarat was she. So she was sent. She unzilat, the word unzilat, only unzilat means she was sent, this part. She was sent, okay? If I say she sent, what will be the
Sorry?
word? She sent the letter in past tense. Anzala, very good. Anzala, yes. Anzala, it become unzilat because it's passive. Now, we have something at the after that, suratun, okay? Suratun is a surah, one surah. So that become embassy rafa, tun, okay, suratun. So a surah has been sent, or a surah was sent, okay? It doesn't matter. So I mean, anyway, unzilat suratun, unzilat surah. A surah has been sent. So the surah become the outside doer. I think I have one more example. Yeah, this is common here. Kutiba alaykumul qitalu or kutiba alaykumus siyam also you can say, okay, both in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. Kutiba means
Written. It was
written. Nah, kataba means he wrote.
Yes.
Kutiba means he was written. Okay, kutiba means he was written. Alaykum, what is alaykum?
Upon you.
Alaikum.
Yeah, break the word for me.
Kum is
What is Allah?
Upon.
Akun, but what is it? It's a jar majroor, yes. You should be able to say this. Alaykum is jar majroor. Simple as that. Right? Alaykum. So, alaykum is not our naibul file. It's not outside doer.
Al-Kitab.
Al-Kitalu is so, and it was, it is a he wrote or he was written. Instead of he, we should say it here. Al-Kitalu. Why we use the he version here? Because Al-Kitalu is not a feminine word, it's a masculine word. That's why we said kutiba. Otherwise, we should say kutibat. Okay? Kutibat alaykumul kitalu. Okay? Or something.
That
Okay?
was the killer, right? The Kitab.
Yeah, kital means fighting. So Allah is saying to the Sahaba, fighting now has been prescribed for you. This is just before Badr. Okay? Allah, because before in Makkah the fighting was not prescribed. Jihad was not forbidden. So now Allah is saying, no, it's just like Allah says, Kutiba alaykumus siyamu kama kutiba ala allazina min qablikum. So this is, siyam has been prescribed on you. So kutiba here, in the translation it's prescribed, but kutiba means written or prescribed anything. So this is also a outside doer. Okay? So this is one concept inside and outside doer. Just to remember, same rule, but we just have to use the passive he or passive she. Passive he or passive she. could be present tense, could be past tense. Okay, could be, most of the time it's past tense because it is in the passive. So, but you can have some of the example for present tense too. Okay, next topic. Okay, next thing I want to show some of the benefit of using the passive. Okay, some of the benefits. So why? So the passive, remember the definition of passive, where the doer is hidden. Like we say, mangoes were eaten, right? A letter was sent, a surah was sent. Who did it? We don't know. The passive form is that Allah tried to hidden the doer basically, and there is some benefits for that. Like for this two words, it's called huyetum bi tahiyatin, meanings, if you have been greeted. Huyetum is giving salam basically, greetings. Huyetum is, so if huyetum is if someone greeted you with a good greetings, okay. So and the answer it is in Surah Nisa, and then Allah saying if you are greeted by someone, okay, that we don't know who, okay, you should greet with something better. And why Allah say that? Why Allah hide the doer? It doesn't matter who, whether you know that person, whether you have any message or that person, if you have a problem with that brother, is it younger or older or something? If someone gives you salam, doesn't matter who it is. That's why Allah hidden the doer. So you must give something in better. That's the benefit of using passive. One of the benefits of using passive. Another one like this. This is an interesting one. Ukfaru biha aw ustahjawu biha. Biha here means, what is biha? Brother Tariq here? Just the word biha.
With it.
With it, very good, with it. And it is, what is the fragment?
German.
German, very good. Biha means with it. It here refers to an ayah, has a big ayah. It refers to ayah of the Quran. Okay. Yukfaru. Brother Manzur, yukfaru, what is this? Is it a passive or is it active?
Yukfaru is a passive.
Passive. Why do you say passive?
Because it has got dhamma.
Dhamma. Very good way to recognize it. Now, is it a present passive or a past passive?
Past passive.
Past passive. Why? No, not past passive. It's a present passive. Why? Iya is there. Ya yansuru. Yansura. So that's okay. So it is a present passive. Okay. And then same thing with this one. Ustahwazu. Ukhfaru means to deny, like kufr. Kafara. Come from kafara. Ustahwazu means like making fun of it. Istahizuna. Okay. Making fun, mockery of it. Okay. So Allah is saying that when ayah is being denied or mocked at, don't sit down there, leave the place. That is the ayah, okay? This is in Surah Al-Araf, okay? So it doesn't matter who does it. So Allah keeps it hidden. It could be a non-Muslim doing that. It could be a Muslim friend, who's not very present. Sometimes we go a gathering, they make fun of, oh, Islam said for marriage and this and then Allah how can Allah say this one, this. They make fun of this, they're not very real. So Allah saying, doesn't matter who said that. Whenever an ayah is being denied or is being mocked at, do not sit down in that place. Leave that gathering, okay? Because it could be anomaly. So that is the ayah. So that's why Allah keep the doer here. So this I'm just showing you this is the way. You may ask why Allah could have said the other way too, okay? So this is another reason that Allah wants to emphasize on the important. Whoever does it, it's not important. For you, this is important. The last example around this way is a big example, but you don't have to read the whole thing. وَأَنَّ لَنَدْرِي عَشْرٌ أُرِيدَ بِمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ أَمْ أَرَدَ بِهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ رَشَدًا. Can anyone know whose surah it is? You tell, you know this surah. No, not surah. I know the surah Kahf has the word Rashada in ayah number 10, but it's not. There's another surah has the word Rashada. Okay, if I show you the meaning, you can tell me that. I'll show you the meaning, then it will help you.
Surah Jin.
Yes, good. Surah Jin. Okay, Surah Jin. Now, two words to look at this one. Okay, Urida and Arada. Okay, Urida is passive or active? Passive, obviously, right? Is it present passive or past passive? Past passive. Good. Arada is passive or active? Active. Okay. Now, urida or arada means intent. To have intention, to intend. Okay, something. Okay. So, the jinns are saying, okay, sharrun. What is sharrun means? Asharrun, bad, evil. Okay. So they're saying an evil has been, so we don't know whether an evil has been intended to the earth today, or is it something good intended by the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rashada means something good, okay? Some provision, okay? So whenever they say the word evil, they say it in a passive way. Although they know the evil is from Allah, but it is not mentioned in the Quran. There's a lot of places like this. Wherever the evil is mentioned, Allah's name is not joined in that. Although we know it, evil and bad all from Allah, but as a respect to Allah, see that is made as passive. So Allah is not there. But it is not passive here when it's talked of the positive way. When it's arada bihum rabbuhum, their Lord, okay, rabbuhum. So this is actually the outside doer, okay. So arada bihim rabbuhum, and so to respect Allah, whenever it talks about the kufr or something sharp, evil, Allah's name is not there. Like for example, there's an ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah just after Ayatul Kursi, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allahu waliyul lazina amanu. So Allah puts his name. Allahu waliyul lazina amanu. So Allah is the wali of the people who believe, okay? Ukhrijuhum min az-zulumati ila nur. Allah take them out from the darkness and put them in nur. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَوْلِيَاؤُهُمُ الطَّاغُوتُ. See, Allah's name is not there. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, and those who disbelieve, awliya of the kufr. Okay, Allah didn't put their name. Then Allah said, "Ukhrijuna." Allah never put the word Allah when Allah talked about the kufr and everything. So this is it is showing respect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are few of the reasons that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use passive. Inshallah, when you go to more advanced level, when you learn sharf and sarf and balaga, you will see other implication of these things. So now after this one, we're going to quickly do some exercise. As I said, the exercises are in the books there, so you can do it at home, but we can do it here. This exercise actually telling us to see ma'lum or majhul. Ma'lum means active, majhul means passive. So which one is ma'lum, which one is majhul? Okay, simple, you just have to recognize them, okay? Like the first one, let's start from there, doesn't matter. So, like, wajabat, sorry, wajadtu. Wajadtu, is it active or passive? Active, right? Very simple to understand, right? And then rufi'na, passive. Which pronoun is that, rufi'na?
No, not now.
No.
Now should be alif. Is it they?
Unna. Rufi'na means they feminine were lifted. Okay, rufi'na. Okay. Kuzibat. Passive. What is the active version? Kazzabat. Where is this word there in Kazzabat?
Kazabat Samudu.
Wa'adun bil Qariya. Which surah is that?
Marriage.
No. Al-Haqq. So Kazzabat means to deny, okay? Amrana. Amarna, sorry, not Amrana. Amarna. Is it active or passive? Active. What does this mean? Amar means to command. So what will be the meaning? Nahnu. We commanded. We commanded, because it is past tense. Okay, it is past tense. Okay. We'll have the answer also. Fatahata. Active. Dual. Feminine. Is it?
Yes.
Dual feminine. Yeah. So huma version. Okay. The feminine could be the same actually, because feminine is same.
Yeah.
Huma is same for
Yes.
this one. Okay. So it could be masculine or feminine.
No, not that. Wa.
No, look. Fatahata. Okay. It's the huma version.
Yeah. Nasara, Nasaru. For example, Nasara, Nasaru. Nasarat, Nasarta. That Nasarta.
Yeah, Nasarata.
Yeah.
Nasarata, you're right. Nasarata. Yes. So huma version feminine. Okay. That one, muni'mu. Muni'u is it active or passive? Passive because of the u. Okay. It means, I think, we'll see the meaning. I think it means I found or something. To find something.
Whom version, right?
Yeah. Whom version. Una. It was una. Okay. Ukrimna. Akram, it comes from Akram. Akram means to honor. So ukrimna is Manjur brother Manjur, is it passive or active?
Sorry, passive.
Passive.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it past passive or present passive?
Past.
Past passive. Yes. Okay. If it was present, what would be it?
Yukramna.
No, then the na
Yukramna.
should come in the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, if you stay the same ana version,
Yeah.
then
Nakram.
No, it's the it's a nahnu version.
nahnu version.
Nakram. Nakram, right?
Nakrama. Yes.
Nakram.
Nakrama. Yes. And that if you make that will be nukrama. Nukrama. If you make
Passive.
the passive present.
Passive, yeah.
Passive.
Nukram.
Okay. Bayyanna. Bayyanna. It is malum or majhul. I mean active or passive?
Active.
Active. It means to clarify. Who clarified here? Who's what's the pronoun?
We.
We clarified. Okay. We clarified. Okay. Zukkirtum.
Remember that.
Zukkirtum.
It's passive.
It's passive. Past passive. Who is it?
You all.
You all. You all remembered. Okay. This ayah is in. This word is in Surah Yasin. Okay. Ukhijut. Oh, sorry. Ukhijtu. Ukhijtu. Passive. Who's? I. Ukhijtu means to find something. Let's see the answers. So that was right. I found is wajatu. Okay. Rufi'na. They were feminine. Okay. Both of them feminine open. So you're right, brother Rubair. See. Amarna. We commanded. That one was Munio. They were prevented. The Una version, as you said, they were prevented. Ukrimna. We were honored. Bayyenna. We clarified. Okay. Zukkirtum. We all were reminded. And Ukhijtu. I was taken. I was taken. Okay. I will send this to you anyway. But send the book anyway. You can find it in the book, but I'll send the slides so you can have it. And these are all from the Quranic words. Okay, so you increase your vocabulary also. See, like prevent means munim. Okay, and then also akram, the honor. Bayyana means to clarify something. Okay, amar means to command. Kazzabat means to deny someone. Okay, she was denied or below. Okay, see, kazzabat means she was denied. So why Ad and Samud it says she?
It's a nation. Plural, the Jama.
Yeah, yes, good. And also, it's Ad and Samud, it's a name here actually, and it's a nation, so it's like broken, not like a human, non-human, broken plural, so they can call as she also. Okay, this one is bit difficult. It's just same thing, but we just have to have a majhul and malum and the present or past tense. So first one, tuzakkaruna. Is it passive or active?
Passive.
Passive.
Present passive.
Present passive. Okay, so it is madi or mudare. It should be mudare. The madi,
Yes,
madi is past. So this is past. Okay, mudare is present. Okay, this is active. This is passive. Okay, so it's circle like this. Okay, so this one the same word muniamtum. Okay, so this is also a majhul meaning passive. Is it madi or mudare?
Madi.
It is madi. It is past tense. Okay. You allamani. You allamani. You allimani. This is also a
Mudar.
mudare, so which is a present tense, and it is also majhul. Right. So this one also tukra'u. Can anybody say what is tukra'u means? Okay, first tell me it is active or passive? It's passive, right? Passive. Is it madi or mudare? No.
No,
Madi.
Madi.
No, wait. Tukurau.
Present Mudar. Antum version.
Tukra. Okay, yeah.
Isn't it to recite?
Yeah, tara means recite. Yes, so fine. So,
Tukrauna.
Okara, yes. It's a present.
Present.
Zakara tukra.
yes, you think it's present?
Yes, because present should be fatha. The second last letter
But
should be
from the
fatha.
una, the alif should be single.
Yes. So what will be the it's a hiya version actually.
Yes.
Why? It's a hiya version because hiya is hiya huwa yansuru hiya tansuru. So it is that version.
Yeah.
Okay? Tansuru become tukrau. So it's the and it's, they use she. It means it is read. It is read. Okay. It is read. Okay. Nata'allamu. Nata'allam, very easy. Na, so it is active. It is not passive. Okay. And it is present tense, and it is we. Okay. We teach. Okay. We teach. Yujadalni. Jadalna. What version? What pronoun is this one?
They, female.
They, female. Very good. And it is you, so it is passive, and also it is mudare, present tense. Okay. Umirna, same thing. The command umirna is, this is the passive version.
And
Na, nahnu, and it is madi.
past.
Okay. This one utraku. Utraku. Utraku is obviously passive.
Present.
Okay. Is it present? Yes, present. What? Which noun pronoun?
I.
I. Okay. I left. It's actually not present. It's past. Nahnu. So ana. Ana.
No, originally
Ana
is
nasartu.
Taraka.
Ana nasartu. Right. Ana nasartu. So ana akartu. Or ana atraku. So it become utraku.
So what is the original? What is the the root word?
It will be taraka.
Yeah. So Taraka
It will be present, brother. I
is a
think.
present because alif is coming at the beginning.
Mm.
Yes.
Because if it's past, then
And
we have
yes,
kasra.
it is
That
second
is
last
present.
letter is the fatha. So
Second last letter is fatha. So
Yes,
it's
last is
present.
fatha, so
It's
it's a
present.
present. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
So I leave probably, yeah. So yusaddaquna again is passive. Yusaddaquna is definitely very easy to kuna, and its ya is there, so it's present tense. Okay. Jumiyat. Jumiyat means to gather. Jama means to gather. So jumiyat is passive, and its at version like nasara.
She was gathered.
Okay. She was gathered. Okay, or they are gathered. It could be they also, because
Oh,
if it is broken plural,
Oh.
non it could be they also. Let's look at the answers. So yeah, this is right. I am left. So this is present tense. And here we all reminded Zukitum. We all prevented both of them to teach. See, Allamani. No, we didn't ask this one. So it is a dual version. Ani. See, the Ani one. So both of them teach. Okay, you Allamani. Which one we had doubt about? Another one.
Amari.
Jumiyat, she and they. Which one?
So why it is they? Can you please explain why it can be they?
Which one?
So the last one, number 10.
Because Jumiyat, suppose it can be, because if it is something, the Nabil file, if it's the inside outside view, it can use they, because non-human plural considered as she.
Like the
Okay.
nation.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Not nation, like even like I gathered the pens. The pens were gathered.
Okay.
10 pens were gathered. So that we have to use Jumiyat.
Oh yes, yes. makes
Because non-human broken plural grammatically is she, and singular. She singular. Okay. I've gathered all the books. Okay. All the books were gathered. Something like this. Okay. So were gathered. Okay. So I think that's it for today. You can look at this again in this, and tomorrow inshallah we will have there are 1 or 2 topic regarding this passive and active thing. So we'll finish this inshallah ta'ala, and then we'll do it. Okay. جزاك الله خير سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك